All right, boys. So here we are with some major news. This is crazy, man. As we are going to be getting a collab pretty soon. Now, it won't be a collab for this week, but next week we will be getting a collab. Now, the reasons why we know we are not getting a collab this week is because there's no D3 login event happening right now. Usually, again, when a collab happens, you usually get the D3 login event where pretty much you get a little bit of a little bit of goodies and stuff like that. But yeah, next week, all of this has been confirmed. And you might be asking yourself, Marilli, where is this information being confirmed from? And it's from our boy SDS Leaks, as he is a known leaker of the community. He actually been leaking most of the stuff that you ever seen a grandcross YouTuber ever leak. He usually leaks most of this stuff. Again, these are not the beta leaks that we usually cover on this channel with the forward server. These are some actual leaks that are in the files right now as we speak. And usually he doesn't tell you exactly what the collab is. That's because he doesn't want to get copyrighted out the blue, or obviously sued by Netmarble for leaking information, right? Because again, he has to go into the files. But he lets us know with a hint that it is a collab coming, and it is new. Those are the hints at the moment right now, and it's kind of led to a lot of people pretty much excited for it, but also worried. Now, I want to at least start off for why people or players are worried. Like, I even put myself on my Twitter, which you can follow me on Marilli Real, as what would people like to see come to Grand Cross as a collab. Now, I pretty much just picked the top two that I usually see most players choose, which is solo leveling, and then we also have fairy tale. Again, those are the main one people usually lean towards whenever it comes to a collab coming into Grand Cross, especially a new one. But first, let's address the bad news, okay? And the bad news is, honestly, people are upset about this collab happening. That's because people say they don't have gems. Again, we just came off of a collab in April, and again, it was like April 24th. We just came off of this Shadow and Eminence Shadow collab, which is kind of was like a must summon collab, just because it featured 3 broken characters for the fairy team. Again, once we saw that pretty much Alpha and Beta was pretty much confirmed to be a fairy race character, or put in the game as a fairy race character, it kind of let you knew that the festival was going to be a fairy base. Again, it just made a lot more sense. And Lord behold, like a banner after, we had Tristan, which another 2 weeks, and then boom, we had the festival. And unfortunately for us, this festival is actually, unfortunately, a must summon festival, because it is a vote banner anniversary banner, which means it had a lot of characters that you probably skipped throughout the year, or you probably don't have high dupes of. And again, it featured multiple pretty good UR characters. Again, as you can see, it has the UR Marilli, which is a UR festival that a lot of players really wanted. Lancelot, a super good PvE character, especially for the Enduro fight. You have Sanak, who's an amazing link. You have UR Escanor, who is also a PvE boss killer, and then also being a good link as well. And then you also have Thor, another PvE broken character. And then you also have Merlin, which the LR Merlin unknown team is really powerful. And obviously we have a lot of seasonal characters in the banner as well too, that again, most of you players probably already skipped. And a lot of players, for me, have just been telling me like, yo man, I have no gems for this banner. And it makes sense, because again, we are going off with this festival. Basically what is happening is that we get a collab, regular banner, festival, to a regular banner again, to another collab. And as you saw with the Eminence Shadow collab, this collab actually had a really decent lineup in terms of characters. All right, so we are to expect that the collab that we're going to get is going to have a decent lineup of unfeatured character. And I'm not gonna lie to you, man, this year in terms of collabs, they've been actually cooking, man. Like, we had the Tower of God, which was like earlier this year, and Yiwa and Mazina was actually 2 broken characters, man. It was actually really fun. Obviously, they didn't really help that much, because again, they was 2 separate characters entirely. But if you're talking about how they are solo, in terms of their rating solo, these are like some S tier characters, man. Like I've seen people in Mizuno versus Ratatasker, basically his shield taking no damage, and then Yua still clutching up in top 100 PvP, being able to pretty much get rid of enemies left and right, man. Like she just a super powerful character, and yeah, it's kind of sucks that we're going to another collab, especially because again we just had a collab where pretty much all the characters was pretty much you had to summon for, which was tough. But that's kind of the only thing I have to say. Again, you let me know how you feel that we get another collab coming soon. But let's hear and talk about what people want to see. Again, I feel like for me, I feel like they need to probably lean towards more so humans, because humans right now are kind of trash. So someone says Furion, Beyond a Journey, with season 2 coming out next month. Ooh, that's a good one. Okay, that's a good one. And then someone said feels too soon after Eminence. Someone said Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, that might be fire. Fairy Tail, like I said, I already picked Fairy Tail. Danmachi. Okay, Danmachi is pretty fire. Fairy Tail, Shangri-La. Ooh, Shangri-La is not gonna lie. That's mine. All right, that's my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a Shangri-La fan. Someone said Fairy Tail solo leveling. Someone said Demon Slayer. I don't know about Demon Slayer, but yeah. Oh wait, what was this? June 6th. This is a free run collab. What's the day? June. Oh man, they probably not gonna do a free run collab because they just got a collab for another game. They might not do that back to back. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. They probably not. But again, yeah. For me, I feel like the collab should be like human based. Honestly, again, you guys been hearing me complain about pretty much the meta right now. The meta is straight Furies or Unknown, and then if you're not using Fury or Unknowns, you're most likely going to be using Sins or Goddesses, and you're not using all those 4 things, then you're most likely going to go leaning towards Demons. And finally, but not least, you're at the bottom of teams to use, and that is Humans. And again, they did get a collab, which was Tower of God, but it was only 2 characters. I feel like what they should do is the same thing they did with Eminence and Shadow, even though I know people probably hate it, and that is to make 3 broken characters that work so well with each other. All right, we have Alpha, who is a DPS character who needs single targets to work, but she also has those clutch moments where obviously she has the misform effect, which stops 2 effects, and if she kills with her single target, she can heal you up and cleanse debuffs. That's just so clutch. I've had so many clutch moments with Alpha that I kid you not, man. Every time I play against a fairy team, I'll always say, yo, get rid of Alpha. Get rid of Alpha, because she can have moments where she can just clutch up. You also had it with Beta as well. Beta is honestly just a broken sub character. She is the definition of what you want to see as a sub character, being both able to allow you to heal, give you attack stats, and also basic stats, and also kind of defensive stats as well too sometimes. Again, she's just such an amazing support character. Obviously, she can also be ran in the front, but most players just use it in the back just because it's just more reliable. And I guess you can also have Shadow in the mix as well too. Shadow just got tier, man. Again, I literally had so many Pelagard videos where I use Shadow, and I kid you not, all the comments is like, yo, nice Shadow showcase, nice Shadow showcase. Even though I used Pelagard throughout the beginning of the match, they just know that boy Shadow is going to cook the entire team once I get rid of the more important characters. That's just how broken Shadow is in terms of PvP. Both having the ability to pretty much be super tanky and hitting hard as well, and he's kind of fit in towards that Purgatory Bond threshold where he's an HP based character and he just going crazy in terms of having so much HP that he just nukes everybody. So I feel like they should lean into more humans. Again, I kind of hate that we are getting a collab so soon, because collab characters have lately been S tier or really good that you have to pick up, man. And it sucks that it's happening after another festival, because if you don't know, we are approaching like dangerous threshold. Because remember, guys, last year, let me see, last year we had Sobnok, in that July spot. Let me see if I can see. I don't know if I can find Sobnok. I don't know if I can see Sobnok. But we had Sobnok. Oh, okay, she right here. We had Sobnok in that July spot. You can see July 2nd to July 29th. Again, this was a seasonal festival, and they already had so much backlash from these season festivals that we don't see season festivals anymore. But what we get now are seasonal like festivals, which is like what we had with Hale. Remember, guys, Hale is not a festival character, but she is a seasonal character that is treated like a festival, and she is for the spring. This is a spring seasonal character that is also being treated like a festival. So we are approaching the summer 600 banner character that feels like a festival coming soon. So expect after the collab, we are going to get a Hale. Okay, you're most likely gonna get a Hale pretty soon, probably a banner afterwards. But yeah, that is going to be crazy. Again, I think I already talked about pretty much the leaks in terms of us probably getting a 242 banner, which is personal grandpa, which is Vergis. Because again, I think Pellegrin came out like what 2 weeks ago, and his banner is about to end the same time as Deanne, which is 626. So they have to put like a free banner pretty soon, because again, that's how it's been. Every 2 weeks there is at least one banner, and again, Pellegrin banner has been 2 weeks, so this is the second week, so we should be getting a banner. But again, as you can see right now, it'll be too many 600/900 banners on the game. So they're most likely going to drop a 242 banner, so it doesn't feel as bad. But yeah, guys, that is gonna be pretty much it. Again, just my ideas and thoughts of what I believe the collab is going to be. Again, I think it's going to be a human focused one, or at least have some really good humans. Just because again, it is going to be new characters, which means it's going to be 3 new units. So let me know what you guys feel. What do you think will be the collab? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe again. Just from you guys, and I'm out. Peace.